Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, supportive oracle cards, magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reisch. Reisch is spelled R-E-I-S-C-H. Okay, Cancer. I'm kind of excited about yours. I'm curious why. I have a couple family members that are Cancers, so this is always good. Okay, so are you able to help this person? Is it a person or people? Like, there's a family feel here, which with Cancer, that can be connected to other people. When I say a family feel, like these are people that mean something to you. You probably talk to them once or twice a week at least. You keep connected with these people. So whoever this group is, it doesn't have to be literal family. It could be friends that you keep connected with throughout the week. Could be business people that you really care about, that matter to you beyond business. Kind of like, even if I didn't work with them, I'd still like them. Those type of people. And this fell out. Victory and abundance are in question. They both fell out together, which it very much makes me feel like a very, like dessert type feel for some reason. And I think that's because somebody's questioning. It might be one person, it could be a couple. If like, should we be doing this? Should we not be doing this? I'm wondering if it's like the obvious, but we'll see. Victory and abundance is here in the environment. It's what you're starting with. It's something that you want as well, but it's a question mark because you're looking at it and you're like, I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's something we should be doing, and you're kind of like, for whatever reason, and this is valid when you come to it. So I'm not gonna just pigeonhole it to a certain situation, but it's 2020, so I think a lot of people will know what it's probably about. It's kind of like, I don't know about how we can connect with this. I don't know how we can work around this. There's things I'd like to do. There's things I can't do. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see what's right, but I'm trying to do what's right, but I'm trying not to be held down by fear. I'm just trying to be smart. There's a lot of energy of what I want to do versus what I should do. What is right versus what I want to do. There's a lot of conflict here. Kind of like, this is the better way, this is the safer way, this is the more cooperative way to do things, but this is what I really would prefer. This is how this would normally go. This is what I'd really like it to be. And I feel like I'm torn. I'm just like, I got to make the right decision. And even though on the outside I might be holding true to one side or the other, on the inside I'm still conflicted. No matter what it seems like on the outside, on the inside I'm very conflicted is what I'm feeling. Kind of like I don't really know the right thing to do, and it really does stress me. What's right? You got trust and you got beauty. I feel like you might be at this point holding back a little bit because you don't know where to go. Even on the outside you're saying one thing, it's the inside is what I'm feeling. It's like I'm holding back some pieces about what I'm feeling and thinking. I'm not really sure what to do with it. I'm not really sure where to go with it. Again, I keep feeling conflicted. What I really want to do versus what I feel like is the right thing to do. And it's not easy for me to just commit to one side or the other. It's just not. Those are just the honest feelings. And I feel like that's the strength for you right now. Acknowledging personally to yourself that is honestly how you feel. I feel very torn. I feel like I can't go one way or the other. I may be, again, on the outside you may be like, well, this is how I'm going about it. But on the inside I'm feeling torn. Okay. More energy coming in. Conversations do seem to be coming in. And I feel like you got the Knight of Cups with the let go. Coming in with this, there's a lot of love coming in on your side. A lot of love going in on your side. Conversations where I feel like whatever these conversations are is fine. Everything's good. I feel like more truth is coming forward. I feel like somebody else might be talking about that the pink elephant in the room. How do you talk about? You know what I mean? When there's something in the room that nobody wants to address, but everybody knows it's there, somebody else is bringing that forward. The Knight of Cups comes in with the let go. And the let go is kind of like letting go of the fear. We need to talk about this. And I feel like the way they're bringing it forward, it's not aggressive, but it's just kind of like I almost feel like somebody's sitting there and they're kind of like, you know, that elephant over. Like, y'all see that elephant, right? I'm like, I'm not the only one who's like, y'all see that elephant, right? Like, y'all see that, right? And I feel like you're kind of like, yeah, see it, yeah. I don't know what to do about it, but I see it. A conversation comes forward very cooperatively. Like, I feel like the person bringing it forward is feeling exactly the way you are. Like, almost exactly. Kind of like, I don't know what to do about it. I feel this way. I want to do this. I feel like I should do that. I am having a hard time committing either way. I know that I should be just doing this, but I keep wanting to do that. And I feel like they're just acknowledging how they're honestly feeling, and you're kind of like, yeah, me too. I do feel that way too. And then you're even explaining, like, I was thinking the other day, and I was doing this and that, and I was wanting to do this, but I was like, I can't do that. And I feel like these conversations are coming forward, and it's kind of like, it's a weird energy, kind of like, almost like a guilt for having this conversation. Like, oh, you know, just talking about this, is that okay? And it is. It's very good to talk about it. Very good. But I feel like there's a guilt coming forward just acknowledging it. Just acknowledging how you feel. Just acknowledging what you would really like to do. There does seem to be a guilt around that, which I don't think is healthy, honestly. Talking about how you honestly feel is very good. What you do with it from there, that's a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? It's like when you're angry at somebody, talking about being angry about that, that's very good. Working through those feelings. That's part of working through those feelings. Talking about why you're mad, what made you mad, going through that whole thing. Now, what you do with that energy afterwards, like if you work it out and heal it versus, you know, use it aggressively against somebody else, you know, that's different. But talking about it is essential to actually healing it and doing something productive with it and actually working through it, right? And you and whoever this is, I mean, it might be more than one person, you're actually taking those steps, feeling guilty about it the whole time though, but it needs to be talked out. It's almost like when you know somebody in your family isn't doing something right, and you're feeling like that's not your business and you don't want to talk about it, you're like, I don't want to be gossipy. Yeah, it does, something about it really bothers you, and you're just like, I gotta work out these feelings. So you gotta find somebody you can trust to just keep it between you and them and just talk it out. Like, what do you see happening? Why does it bother you? Is there anything you should be doing about it? Do you just need to become at peace with it? Like, what's the reason it bothers you? And I feel like this is a good moment to have this good conversation, very deep conversation. Feels very good. Because what comes next is by working through those feelings, you start to figure out what you need to do next. Like, for some situations, like, maybe you can't do things exactly the way you used to do them, but maybe there's workarounds. I'm going to say this in case this matters. Kind of like, sometimes I've had, like, over the summer it was, I would have kind of small get-togethers with people, but it would be like, they call it porch popping. Like, they'd be like 10, 15 feet over there. I'd be on this other side, and we'd be outside, and then it's like, I don't know, that's what was right for this situation. And I've heard other people, like, dropping off care packages, but, like, not visiting so much as, like, dropping things off. Some people have been doing that, and I think that's been working. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Kind of like, you know, if you have, like, a group of people you usually get together with at this time of year, or whenever you're watching this, it's kind of like, you know, trying to get around it, kind of like, all right, we can't hang out face-to-face, but maybe we could drop things off. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could drop it off ahead of time and leave it outside for a couple days so we feel like it's not a problem or whatever. You know, take precautions and do that. So that way we're still active. We're still going to see each other, and we're doing things, and we're dropping things off, and we're still, you know, getting that reciprocation back and forth. It's not ideal, but it's still making that energy move forward. It's still making a difference. Because I'm getting passion here with the Ten of Cups. Like, there's some out of the ordinary solution that's coming in here. Kind of like, I don't really think this is ideal, but I think for this current situation, it would work. And I think we can do this and still find enough joy and enough happiness in the situation to where we can look back and be like, this is a rare thing, but at least it made things better. It made things brighter for this time, for now. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, because I'm seeing people travel but not visit. Like, I'm seeing people travel and drop things off and then just leaving. And I feel like people are, like, doing this for each other, and then, like, almost like, you know, FaceTiming or something, or doing some type of video conference, or sending messages back to each other, like, about what they got and what was going on, and like, oh, thank you for the cake, or thank you for the turkey, or, you know, thank you for this, you know, thank you for the note. Some people it's just messages. Maybe it's just messages. Like, it's just little things that make things, people, like, it's kind of like connecting people, and it's a little bit of an excitement, like, I wonder what's in there, I wonder what's going on. It seems to be making a big difference. It's kind of like, I would rather we do it like normal, but we can't, so this seems to be making me feel better, and I know it's not always going to be this way, so it's okay. I don't want to be all about the COVID thing. I'm trying to not be, but what's popping literally in my head is that situation, this working that out that way, but then I'm also getting like this, was it 1918, 1917? Like, this has happened before. Like, people don't seem to want to feel that, but this is not, like, this has happened before. It's just not, we haven't been socially connected before. And that one passed after 2.5 years, but it passed. I don't know why I'm pushing that, because I think there's a lot of arguments too, like, we can't say it's the same thing because we don't have the research, but people were wearing masks back then, and they made it through it, you know what I'm saying? We'll make it through it too. I don't know why I'm putting that out there. Like, it's obviously not exactly the same, but it's very similar. I don't know. I just, for some reason, I get strength and hope from that, kind of like it will pass, it will end. And this is not completely new. It's just the first time in recorded history that we've been this socially active to where we can see what's going on with people. We're so, you know, we're connected enough to see what's really happening. Healing is coming in with this, and the Queen of Cups. The solution is really like lifting the energy. The solution, you're lifting this energy. I feel like you're promoting kind of like, it's almost like you found a compromise. Part of what you want to do versus what you should do. There's a compromise here to where I think this will work. I think we can do this and not make things worse. I think we can do this and still enjoy what we'd like to enjoy. I think we can do this workaround. It's not going to be a permanent way to handle things, but for now, this will get us through this. And you got that Queen of Cups energy with the healing, kind of like, you know, I feel like you can literally sleep better. I know it says healing, but I'm noticing that person sleeping. I think you're literally going to be able to sleep better and feel better and kind of like, you know what, this is better than I thought it was. It's, for now, it calms the situation. For now, it makes me feel better. For now, I think this will work. I'm getting a lot of strength here with you. I think this is going really well, because I feel other people following your lead. Even though I have the King of Swords, I've also got Harmony and the Health card here. The King of Swords seems to be supporting you. There might be somebody who maybe is very vocal about, we got to do this the right way. Very vocal about, that's how this goes, and you got to follow the rules. There's feels like this person's around you, very vocal about rules, rules, rules. But they're supporting you because they realize, because they're also in the same boat, but they're kind of like, we can't do a lot of things. You're finding this compromise. They might be adding a few more layers of stipulation to those compromises, but they're still working with it. They got Harmony with Health. They want this to be good. They want everybody to be safe. They want everybody to be happy. This person seems to really very much acknowledge like emotional health and physical health go hand in hand. So they're kind of like, all right, hold on. Yeah, Cancer has a good idea. I would say let's add this in too, and I think we can do that. I think we can drop things off. But you know what? I think we need to leave these things out for 2 or 3 days at least. And then when we take them in, I think we need to use sanitizer and sanitize things down, make sure everybody's safe, make sure nothing goes wrong. I feel like they're going to work with you on this, and they're going to promote this. Like, within these restrictions, I think we can do this, and they might have some other ideas about how to make this actually work together. They seem to be working with you on this. It seems to be very good. Especially when you have a compatible card to air. You have the Emperor. The Knight of Swords is air. The Emperor is fire. It usually talks about Aries energy, which Aries is fire. And the travel here. I'm not going to be as liberal to say that this is definitely people like traveling. You might be taking short trips. I don't think you're going to be making big trips. Because I do see some of you traveling to other places. But I also see, like, you know, if you are, you're staying... It's weird. It's like, I do see some of you traveling, but still, like, limiting your access to other people very much. I remember some people did this over the summer, too. They would just make sure they were healthy with certain tests and whatever they had to do. But even if that's not applicable to your situation, like, you're making sure that you're staying as safe as possible. Like, a lot of you aren't traveling, I get that. Because I feel like mental travel, like, moving things forward, like, things progressing, action happening. I feel like it's more like an action card, especially connected to the fire here. Taking action, letting things move forward the way you feel like they need to. There may be a lot of short trips, stuff like that. I do feel like you're in control of this. And I do feel like your energy is making you feel like you got things together. You're feeling like this is making things better. It's going to get you through this time, whatever this time is. You're like, all right. Because I also feel you're looking at this situation kind of like, you know what? What's going on right now is hard enough for this current moment. But we might need a repeat of this in a month or two. And we can do it differently. It doesn't have to be expensive. But we might need a repeat of this to where we can still all stay safe but still keep each other connected. Study home safe home protection, actually, in the Page of Swords. I feel like this is going to start more conversations. Whatever resolves this situation and you feel a lot stronger, I think there might be a repeat in the next month and possibly another one after that, a month after that. Like, it'll happen like right now. Like, you're going into it, a month will go by, we'll repeat the situation within respect of how it needs to happen, and then a month will go by and we'll do it one more time. Because I feel like you might create this cycle, kind of like, you know what, this actually lifted up the energy, I felt a lot better, other people felt a lot better during this seemed to really lift that energy, we need that again. So a month later, like, the way I'm feeling this, and not everybody, you know, everybody has different things at this time of year, I know that. But, like, it's December. There's a lot of holiday things, a lot of gift giving for one reason or another. And it's kind of like, well, you know, we can't be doing this every month. It's a little bit too expensive. But say, you know, we do the normal for this end of this year. The next month comes around and it's like, maybe I'll bake a little something for each other, or maybe I'll just write little notes or something just very cost effective, not expensive, but and then we'll all go around and pass it out to each other. And then we'll get together on a weekend, or, you know, we'll FaceTime on a weekend just to talk about everything we got and how we felt about it and how nice it was and all the good stuff. And then repeating that again. Because I'm getting that, like, there's ideas, like, we can repeat this, you know, in a month, but more cost effectively. You know what I mean? I don't know if people like baking. Kind of like, well, baking probably isn't that expensive. Like, somebody's like, okay, let's do this. I'll make cookies, like one of those cookies exchange things, and we'll do it the same type of way. Or, you know, maybe I'll do cookies and somebody else is really good at art, so they'll make, you know, cards for everybody, and when this comes around, they'll do cards for everybody. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because I feel like you might create, like, a monthly cycle to get through this situation. I think you might actually have that idea and go with it. You decide if that's right for you, obviously. I mean, I think the energy's there. I think I finally spit out the whole information, the entirety of the information I was supposed to. So I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.